Yeah,
Sweet.
boy. Like mines.
No, it's kind of creepy actually.
It's audition styles, man. You gotta have that plain stuff, right?
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta.
fuck that shit.
You got like a big Nike logo.
I know.
Then me with
Just
the
do it.
turntables over here.
you got
I got a
logo.
cross.
I once had a guy like he's auditioning like for a cop, but he came in like all beard and like hoodie and all that, and it was just like this is not.
An undercover cop? Like,
Yeah, no, that's true. But, no, it's like new cop, or like clearly they didn't care kind of thing. It's like that's the worst. Like just like stripe hoodie, but like for the wrong thing, like a period piece.
Yeah,
Kind of like this isn't gonna work. Cool. Well, we'll just kind of go into it. Hey guys, I'm the Lindsay Lewis. I'm here with a couple of guests tonight. I'm here with actor Matthew Brown,
So,
artist, and okay.
I didn't know we were supposed to clap there.
The person clapping beside me is recording artist / actor Ish Morse.
He classifies.
Or Ish.
I
sir.
clap for myself, yes.
Would you prefer us to call you Ish or Ish Morse tonight?
You just go by Ish.
Ish.
Yeah, whatever.
And who's beside Ish? We have Big Money Ben Watson,
Hello.
actor / human being.
Oh, cool.
So Ish, I'll start with you because I was asking about the music thing. Recording artist, musician, actor. Which one do you prefer to be called? Right to the.
I just recording artist actor.
But now you can only say one. Which one is it?
Whoa.
Just artist.
Artist.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's
I
creative.
like that.
That's
Yeah.
creative.
Yeah.
Matthew, so you've been on stage the last year or so, right?
Mhm.
And you actually won it was a Dora for Cinderella, right?
Yeah. We got a Best Ensemble Award for Cinderella, Young People's Theater, and it was a great night, and we had a great night. We were nominated for 9 awards and we won 7, so it was good.
And so when you went up there, did like the whole crew go up there, or was it like what happened that night?
Yeah, when we went up there, I figured that there would have been more people in the audience, right? Like from our show, I knew there was at least 4 people. 2 of them were busy. The director didn't come up, so I came up and Cinderella came up. Steffi came up. So we got up there thinking, all right, best ensemble. We're looking around. Yeah. Oh, it's just us. I like to think that like we didn't think we were going to be doing any speaking, so that was surreal getting to accept an award for the first time and do it on behalf of a very talented group. It was
Who
crazy.
held the award the longest that night? What did you hold on like tight? You're like,
Yeah, you know,
this is for a team. This is a team.
We kind of shared it, but Steffi kind of wanted to have it for most of the night, and that's fine, you know, because she is Cinderella.
What would you say to her right now?
What would I say? She knows what I'd say. She's Cinderella. She's the princess, so you know she gets to hold the award, and that's cool. I mean,
That's
she
very
knows I love her.
diplomatic of you.
She knows I like. Say, look, man. I was like, I'm trying to be a gentleman. I already know how this thing goes. We won that award. You can have it.
It's public image, but when like the lights go out, you're like, I want that damn award. Yeah, give me that award.
No, she took it home for the first night, and then we had a kind of award tour plan, but it never really
Kind of like
happened.
Stanley
We're
Cup
gonna-
or like the NBA
Yeah,
championship,
exactly.
where like you can kind of keep it for like a day or two.
Yeah.
Go to your hometown, kiss it,
Yeah.
show it to your family, and you're like, we're taking it back. You're like,
Mhm.
I earned that, and then you get a ring.
Yeah.
You should melt it into like a ring or like something cool.
Can you imagine? That'd be crazy if like they started handing out rings for those awards. That'd be nuts.
It's like a half broken statue of the whole thing. It's like carved in. They're like,
All that's left is the feet. The rest of the body of the award is
it's
gone
the
'cause
Golden
it's
Feet
all-
Award. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it for? We're like, I don't even know what it says. Like we took the title Cinderella, and like now you have like Cinderella Man, you know, like as a collar or something like that.
Mhm.
Ben Watson. So you've done some really challenging roles, right? Like
Yeah.
just some of your like 2 of your more recent roles, LA Complex and The Killing, right?
Yeah.
So like, what's the reaction been to like Raina from The Killing and Tariq from LA Complex?
It's been interesting because a lot of people know me mostly as Tariq, and then they see Raina, and everyone's like, a lot of people have been very weirded out.
Yeah.
Because I've made such a dramatic transformation to a full-on girl. So the reaction was very mixed to begin with, but then a lot of people were very supportive, and they're like, "Oh wow, that's really amazing." And then they realize, "Hey, it's not Ben. It's like he's just an actor, so he like transforms a lot and stuff like that." So it's been pretty decent. So I've been pretty happy.
What? Can I ask a question?
Yeah, that's what this is.
What
Like,
was your favorite, like between the 2? What was your favorite role?
That was.
Putting you on the spot, man.
I didn't even know that question's gonna happen. Can I answer?
Go for it.
I couldn't. I don't know the answer. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a
It's
trick
so
question, man.
completely different, though. I mean, LA Complex was basically like my first really major starring role, so that was really cool and amazing, and being on set all the time, so it's kind of freaked me out. But then Reina is, I get to be a girl, which is, I'm not gonna lie, kind of exciting. It was, I understand what all girls go through and like what they do for us guys, and I'm like, all the girls, thank you so much, because I've shaved my legs and I've shaved stuff. I'm like, wow! I do not know how you guys do this. I've cut my leg, I've cut other stuff, but I ain't gonna say, whoa, that's way too much information.
Yeah. Rewind.
So you're picking
it's
Tariq because
hard.
of that, yeah.
I think I'm gonna pick Tariq because that was a little bit at a time in my life, in my career, that was kind of something I needed to experience.
Yeah.
And now
You
I
did really
understand.
well on it too.
Yeah,
Oh, thanks,
exceptional
man.
work.
I really appreciate it.
So I hate bringing up like controversy of the show, but you were actually one of the most liked characters on that show, right? In season
Yeah.
1, and season 2, you're in it, I think, right? Because I didn't notice a lot of Ben Watson in that second
I'm still
season.
getting
I
a
noticed
lot of
some-
tweets from people. Yeah, you've been seeing like a lot of people are still tweeting me. They're like, "Where were you in season 2 and all this kind of stuff?" I'm like, I'd say.
And as crappy as that is a testament to like what you did. You know, even though you only got like 6 strong episodes and they kind of like pushed you away a bit, like your character was that important to like people. You know,
Absolutely.
that's pretty cool.
It's
You know?
pretty dope.
Do you think do you get people asking if there'll be a 3rd season or if like what's gonna happen or?
Constantly.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what to do. Should we just do like either a Netflix thing or just do like a
Look,
movie?
hey, if the campaign keeps going right, it might happen.
Well,
you never know, man.
I just read that The Killing is coming back again
Yeah.
now for Netflix, though.
Yeah, after it got canceled like twice.
wow.
Yeah.
And that's
Wow,
what-
for real.
I heard it's gonna do another like few episodes because it got canceled again off Netflix
Yeah.
and then they're gonna do it again.
Oh.
That show is one of the craziest. Like, there's a couple shows that always do that.
Yeah.
Canceled, we might keep it kind of thing. And The Killing, yeah,
Yeah.
because you were on the first Netflix season, right? Is that the correct?
No, it was on the
The
third
Killing,
season.
3rd season,
Third
and so Netflix was season 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ben, your character Tariq was a music producer. As from your knowledge of music producing, how would you critique Ish here?
Yeah.
we're getting to whatever tonight.
Yeah,
like
we-
it.
yeah,
Out of
get
what?
into it.
You're Tariq. Do Tariq's
Out of
system.
what?
You know?
Like, Ish right
How would
now?
Tariq rate Ish in his own way? I don't know your scale.
Easily.
You're
10 out of 10.
Tariq.
Yeah. 10 out of 10,
10
11 out of
10.
12, like 15 out of 10. Like, this dude is freaking amazing. I remember when we were all the way back in Halifax and doing that whole little thing. And then now, seeing you now, I'm like, holy snap. It's just like this little blossom. How do I explain it? You're like a freaking superstar now. You're like the next Drake.
I'm trying, man.
Yeah,
Freaking-
man.
It's freaky. I'm like, holy shit, I know that guy.
Thanks, man.
I know that guy.
The growth, the comfort
Yeah.
in your own skin and in your own music, the confidence, like it's all there, man.
Thank
It's
you, man.
it's tight.
Absolutely.
It's real tight.
It's
No
fun. I
doubt
like
about
it. I like it. I enjoy it a lot. Sometimes people ask me like, "What do you like better? You know, acting?" Or,
Like I did, yeah.
yeah, or music. And I always say that's like so hard because they're so different from each other. You know what I mean? Like like music, I like that I get to express myself and you know exactly how I'm feeling. But acting, I get to do things I would never get to do in normal life. So I think they both really kind of fulfill different parts.
Well, so when you do music videos, like, do you find that maybe is the best of both worlds? Because you get
A
to
little
put
bit,
a little
yeah,
bit of story
yeah.
into.
Yeah, like I know a lot of artists actually don't enjoy shooting music videos, or you
Yeah.
know, they don't like how long it actually takes. But it's probably one of my favorite things to do is actually shoot the videos.
Yeah.
And you know, I see it all the way through. I don't just phone it in. I'm there when we're putting together the treatment, when we're picking who's going to be in the video, you know, everything, wardrobe, all that, like the whole way through. So, and then I drive the editors crazy because I want to sit in on all the sessions while they cut through everything, through the hours. Yeah.
A
So
little bit more ish, less that.
Yeah.
Like, we'll cut Matthew out with like more ish in there.
it's
Yeah.
99% you already, man.
Yeah.
No, it's good. I enjoy it all, man.
Yeah, I don't know who promotes you more, me or you. I
I
try.
love it.
I try my
I
best,
love
man.
it. I love it.
No, I was doing a podcast the other day, like an audio one, and like they were saying, "What's your favorite track of 2013?" And there was some I like, but I was going, I would like, even though Rolling came out a little bit before,
Yeah.
because it was an Olympic song, right?
Yeah.
Like, what was that like?
That was surreal. So the story behind that, like I submitted it, you know, you fill out all this paperwork on the off chances that they do use your song, and then I didn't hear anything, and I went to a Wiz Khalifa concert, and then after we went to the bar, and I'm sitting at the bar, and they're showing like this montage, and then I see my name in the song, and I'm like, what? what? And I'm trying to like get, because I'm like, is
Like,
that
take a
that's me?
picture? Did you take a picture?
No, I was trying to get the bartender's attention to make him turn
Turn
Free
the
drinks,
music
free
up.
drinks,
Yeah,
free
yeah,
drinks.
yeah.
No, to make like so I could hear it, and he's kind of I'm busy, you know. So then by the time he actually got what I was saying, it was off, but it was cool. And then right away, like my social networks blew up with people just trying to find the song, and it was cool.
It's quite a positive song too. Like it's like a lot of like it looks like a lot of people were like it's one of those songs that. Which actually brings me to a question to all you guys: is what's the song that like pumps you up? That if your go-to song or two, like if like for an audition for like just to work out whatever. What's the song you guys go to? Like wakes you up in the morning if you're tired and you gotta get up. It can be Ish even. Minus Ish. If you say yourself, it'll be weird to say that.
Well,
you're like you're like Ish rolling. You're like it might be a little.
Why not?
To my own
Why
poster
not,
too.
right?
I wake up to my poster on the
Who better to get you motivated than yourself? You know what I mean?
Which is deep, but it's like, so what do you guys, like, what's the song? Like, for me, I got two. It's either Gavin Rosdale's Adrenaline or, like, Public Enemy, He Got Game. Those two always just, like, those ones, like, it's like two different styles, but, like, those are just songs that get you going and you're just, like, kind of, like, got that vibe. So what's your guys' song? Like,
Oh man, for me, I was just saying this to somebody the other day because I have a few. My thing with music is it goes by the album that I'm kind of listening to at the current moment. But for me, almost always, if I'm sitting there on my iPod or I'm out and it comes out and I'm like, man, maybe I should go to the gym, and all I hear is Power. I'm going to the gym.
yeah.
Power Hits by Kanye, and I'm going to the gym. In the 21st century. And I'm just like,
yeah.
yo, like let's get it, man. Like it's just no
pushing people
excuse.
around.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's time to just get up and get it.
Yeah, I remember like the Bradley Cooper movie Limitless. It looked kind of okay, but the second that song kicked in, I was like, I'm going to see this movie.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because of a song, you know.
True,
Like
yeah.
it's just
True.
got that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like what do you think was like new music? Kind of like Bound to. Did you guys all see that? Have we all
Yeah,
seen that?
yeah.
That video makes me want to like.
That
I genuinely feel like that's just a terrible video. I kind of feel like he trolled. He trolled everybody.
The internet.
yeah.
with
That I
that.
get that feeling from that one too. It doesn't ignite, like for some people, just because it's the internet, like things ignite rage in people. I'm not one of those people, but I got it. I saw it and I'm like, I just don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
And the song is cool for me. Like I
Yeah.
listen to the song and I
I'm
like
into
the
it.
song.
It feels a bit like all over the place, kind of like it's like it just doesn't match like the chorus, the verse at all, kind of thing. But it feels like because he likes a reaction, it feels like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, what's the song that gets you going, man?
Right now it would have to be Counting Stars by One Republic.
Okay, yeah, that's a good like
That's
little
a great
radio
song.
track. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good like music producer. That guy. He just like he gets like good tracks.
Great song.
Get him to produce an Ish track, maybe.
What's up? What's that guy's name? Ryan Tedder? I think?
Ryan Tedder, yeah. We're. I
Get
just
out
realized
of-
the
get
Coke
out of-
bottle still is in the shot. We can.
Coca-Cola.
Today is not sponsored.
That's Coca-Cola.
Shouts to Coca-Cola.
And to Ryan Tedder.
And to Ryan Tedder.
What's your track, man? What's the song?
I would say anything by DMX just gets me like you were talking about going to the gym. If there's a DMX song, I immediately just have so much testosterone. It's true. So pretty much anything from like all early DMX's stuff just gets me amped.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so like gritty and raw. You know, like
His voice, just like his like
yeah. And to be
his
fair,
delivery, man.
and it seems that he is a little bit somewhat out of his mind in reality as well. So
Well, he
maybe
did
that
like
is-
I think this year alone he went to jail twice. Like
I think
Yeah,
he,
I think
I
so.
think
Might have been more.
No, I think he got like 7 DUIs or something. this
yeah, no,
year.
but it was like the like he didn't go that long, but he just that kept happening. You're like,
Keeps
Mm.
going.
because you always like root for people. You're like that's hard to justify say DUIs kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Ish does music, but you guys ever like because I know like on Instant Star you played a musician, right?
Yeah.
And like Ben, your character produced music. Do you guys have any interest in like doing your own stuff, challenging Ish to the throne of?
I'm not gonna challenge Ish.
But no, okay, just challenge
I'm
One
gonna beat
Republic.
down.
Or like yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I played guitar and I've
Once?
stopped playing guitar. Hey, 3 times. That counts.
There was enough where you're like I can't do this or like
Yeah.
Doesn't work. I have an entire book filled with like lyrics I've wrote, but I'm like, I don't know what to do next. I've always wanted to be like, yo, Ish, so what do I do? Like, I want to just sit in like a recording session with you while you
Let's
do
do
the
it.
shit.
Yeah,
I'm dying to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just kind of have like a book of songs that I don't know. Not a great singer. Working on that. But yeah, this is the best thing I can do.
So do you think you would like just like like play an instrument in like the track, or would you
Yeah,
want to sing?
eventually, like I think singing, I'm not the best singer, but my voice is big.
Maybe you can be the guy who does the like, you know, like they do like one thing or two. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the new Ish track featuring Ben Watson.
Or they're like, hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
And you replace him with like a little bit more Ish. And
Yeah.
you're like, hey.
Up my A's a little bit in that
What
part.
about you, man?
Yeah, for me, singing is always a part of what I do with musical theater already being in the equation. So a lot of the theater contracts that I end up doing, I do end up singing in them. In terms of creating my own stuff, yeah, that's been a back and forth battle for me my entire life. But for the most part, it's been that I want to be able to write my own stuff, and I'm not a songwriter, so. Like Ben, there was 1 year where all of a sudden lyrics were just coming to me. So I also have like a book of songs and some lyrics, but I haven't really done anything with. But in terms of being a singer, it'll always be there because of musical theater, and whether or not like it comes in a recording sense, it comes or it doesn't. But yeah, singing, and then I also got to get back in the drums. I dropped it like 4 years ago because things were busy and I didn't really have an outlet, a place to go play anymore. But I miss it, man.
What's your favorite drum song? Like drum line in a song.
I
think Phil Collins in the air.
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins in the air is like one of the most noticeable and memorable.
That one, like that's.
So
Two people in this room said that. Like that alone says a lot about that. Like that moment. Just it hits you every time. That's like a good pump up song.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a really good.
That'd be good. Like
Actually, and if we're gonna revert back, DMX on his first album has that song on it.
Really?
He has that as the chorus. Yeah, he samples it.
What's the track called? I'm checking that tonight.
I think it's called Feel It.
Feel It?
Yeah.
Nice. So you mentioned like musical theater and all that. Like, what's the difference you find? And the same for all you guys. Like, whether like for performing like music on stage or like acting or like musical theater or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference, or which one do you love? Like, what's the difference for you? And like, do you guys miss it, or what's your thoughts on theater versus acting and all that?
Oh man, I think for me, what I've learned and come more aware of in the last few years is that it's all acting, whether or not it's film and television or it's on theater. If it's truthful, it's truthful, right? You act from the heart, and all of that stuff is real. And if it's BS on camera, it's going to be BS on stage. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That being said, the challenges between doing theater and between doing film are just different. You know what I mean? They're different beasts. When you're in front of a live audience, you don't have another take. You know, whatever happens, and if something does screw up, you stay professional with it, but then you realize you have that other acting partner, which is the audience, and they're there with you. You know what I mean? So it's a thrill, and it's a different kind of thrill than being on set and being engaged in a scene and just being there with the acting partner and having other people around you in that sense, and there's no immediate audience, but you're all building something together that will be presented later.
Yeah. That instant reaction.
It's that instant gratification for sure.
Mm-hmm. And just sometimes it's not even in a positive way. I was talking about this the other day. If somebody was like, because sometimes I'll be in a musical or a show and some people get, oh man, I can't believe they're leaving before like the bows are over, or there's like some people are clapping but some people are walking out. I'm like, you know what, I don't mind that. You paid for your ticket, have whatever reaction you want to have, right? Because that's what I'm supposed to be getting out of you. You know what I mean? The stuff that I'm putting forward and the stuff that all of us have put forward together in this show, you react to it however you want. Don't hurt me. Don't throw stuff at me. You know what I mean? But boo if you feel like booing. Like children's theater is one of the best things because they know exactly how they feel
right away.
Right? Yeah. If they think it's crap, like
they hate me.
Oh man,
they hate me. Yeah.
One of the shows we did, we needed to have pencils, and there was this big discussion on whether or not we were going to have pencils. So we did a preview where we're supposed to be in a classroom. We had paper, but we didn't have pencils. They didn't want to give it to us for some reason. So we're sitting there, and all you hear in the front row is, yo, this show's so fake. I didn't even have pencils. What's going on? Like, they're not in school. They're not in the next show we had pencils. You know what I mean? Like, and the kids, they vibe with everything. So there's something really, I can't even think of the word. It's not energetic, but there's something thrilling, for lack of a better word, about, being on theater. And then there's something also extremely thrilling and extremely challenging about doing stuff on camera.
Yeah.
Well, I find for me, like when I'm watching theater, like it's so electrifying, and it just feels like intense. I feel like exactly where the actor is feeling. I just feel like right there, like I'm right next to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that about theater. I'm freaked out about physically doing theater. I don't know.
Did you ever do it? Like, or
I did it back in high school, but I right now it completely freaks me out. So what you did in Stratford was completely incredible, and kudos to you. But me, I'm just like, what? People in front of me? No, just put a camera in front of me. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I absolutely love theater, and I prefer watching theater than actually doing theater.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, film, it's a completely different medium. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even know.
yeah.
I think with theater you get that instant gratification. You know, you do something, you get the applause at the end. It's all immediate.
Or the silence.
Or the silence.
Which
or the
is-
booing.
yeah.
Mhm.
With say film, you know, you've got to wait until it comes out. It takes forever.
Sometimes you might have made, like, Ben, you might have made a movie like 4 years ago. They're like, it's finally coming out.
It's
Like,
finally
you might have
coming
done,
out,
yeah.
Or you might get cut. You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
might not even be in it.
I'm in RoboCop. You're like, you're in RoboCop.
Yeah. Am I?
You might be.
Yeah, I might be.
Like,
Look out for it.
No, Ish actually might be in it. Like, just, I'm not, jokes aside.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Joe?
But that being said as well, I think that
He
the
is
difference
actually.
is on, you know, when you go to some film sets and there's larger than life film sets, that's something that's so different as well from.
You get a second chance, even.
Well, yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, yeah. You get to do takes over and over, but also just, you know, it kind of reminds you why, like, going back to being a 10-year-old almost, you know,
Mm-hmm.
where it's these sets that are so big, and you know, you get like a big machine gun or whatever it is that you're doing. It's like, whoa, like this is real. I mean, I get to do this today.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I agree with what you said though. Theater is somewhat terrifying. I do miss it a little bit.
Because
but-
I want to ask you this because, like, because you've done acting, like, you've done some stage acting, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But and also just being on stage performing music-wise.
Yeah.
What's the vibe between the stage acting and just, like, performing on stage as an artist?
I think a little bit in that, you know, if I'm doing a show like a concert,
Yeah.
it's me. You know, I'm not playing a part.
You
So
are
you're not
the-
like Sasha Fierce?
not yet.
Your alter ego.
Yeah.
In time, who knows? I don't know. No, but
Whatever sells. You know?
Whatever sells, yeah, whatever works. No, I think they're both still quite similar. Like, right before I go on stage, I always have this thought that's just like, why are you doing this? This is the worst idea. Yeah. But the minute I'm ever out on stage, all that goes away. But it's always that 2 seconds before I go on that just like immediate fear hits. I'm
This
like,
could be the day that something goes wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
You blank on your own lyrics.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've done that, and then, like you said before, you just kind of you got to keep going, right?
Mhm,
Like, and it's so easy. Sometimes it's something that happens that you see. I performed at Young and Dundas, and it was for the Live Green Festival.
Yeah.
So I'm on stage performing, and then I see a guy in the crowd dressed up like a tree walking through, and like it just took me out of the moment for a split second. And I'm
This
like,
is
what?
my. What?
What's happening? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and I think that's the most important thing I learned actually from doing theater, starting, is that the show always does go on, and you just have to kind of go through, you know.
Find a way back in.
You got to find a
That
way
tree.
back in. Yeah, from the tree. There was this crazy guy who was shirtless, laying on a bag, and like, you know, there's people everywhere, but no one wants to get too close to him, so they made like a circular wall around him. You know, weird things happen all the
Yeah.
time. I did a show this summer too where the sound kept shutting off, like all the power would shut off.
Mm-hmm.
And though that was probably one of the worst experiences ever, just to actually have
Because that can
happen,
turn
but-
the audience on you too. Because it's
Yeah.
like they think it's you, but it's not. It's like,
Exactly.
Mhm.
And at one point, I just had to reference it because once it happens like 3 times, it started to be like I was doing a comedy bit. I'm like, can we just acknowledge what's actually happening here?
But it's
yeah,
not me. It's not me. I didn't.
Yeah, but I think that really keeps you on your toes as a performer anyway, just to be able to you know, keep going and push through it. And I guess it's also the same as being an actor, like, you know, auditioning and walking into a room like this with a whole bunch of strangers and.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad you said that because my next question for you guys is, what is your worst audition?
Oh, I know mine for sure.
So we'll start with
man.
Ish since you're kind of going that way, I think.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Mine was for Flashpoint, and it was.
I like how
such a-
some people are like, it's for an unnamed show.
Oh, I
You're
got
right
no
away.
shame.
You're like, it's for Flashpoint.
It's for Flashpoint.
It's for Flashpoint.
And I had 2 auditions that day. I don't remember what the other one was for, but it was like a lot of lines. And the one for Flashpoint was like hardly any lines. So, you know, I got this. It's easy. Like, you can't mess this up. I literally messed it up like every time, to the point where I just wanted to be like, it's cool, I'll let myself out. We're good. No, don't bother. Yeah, for sure the worst. And I've never got on Flashpoint, so
And it's over now. So
it's
like-
over. That's why I don't feel bad saying the show.
Unless you got a time machine, then you can turn back time and then
Yeah.
say that line with so much determination.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "That's too much. That's too strong."
Or like, the fans rally together and
Do you
they
remember-
bring Flashpoint back, and then I get to redeem myself.
Do you remember the word?
No,
or the
no.
name yet?
I
I
don't.
feel like that would haunt you. I feel like you should know it after.
I
Going like,
should,
that's
actually,
the only
yeah.
word. You're like, hello, like
I remember it was supposed to be. I was like a rookie cop. That's all I remember. But I don't think it specified that. So the first take, which I'm pretty sure I did amazing, but she's like, no, you seem way too comfortable. You're a rookie. You're supposed to be kind of rusty, or I guess green. And then I tried to do it again, and I like fumbled the words.
Mhm.
And then I was in my brain. I tried to do it again, and I fumbled. To the point, I'm just like, this is so ridiculous. This this should be so easy. So anyway, yeah, that was my worst audition for sure.
You guys, what do you?
Oh,
trying to
man.
remember.
I'm trying to remember too. See, this is the thing.
I never had a bad
Here's the
audition. man.
He's like, man,
Always solid
a
gold.
bad. I can give you like a lukewarm, but I don't know if I
Yeah.
give you a bad.
You mean one that I didn't totally kill? Like, that I just-
Matthew's
See,
like
me on the other hand, I
about
have
100,
I have a
about
catalog
100%, yeah.
of terrible
no.
auditions. No, I have a bad one for a musical theater one, and this was like when I was younger, and it was for a musical, and I had gone in for this show. This was like my 5th or 6th audition for like 3 different productions of the same show, and I was just about to start theater school, and I had booked. I got lucky enough and booked a small part in the film as well. So I had the small part in this film, and I had theater school, and the school was they weren't on my back, but they didn't want to let me go shoot the days on the film because they wanted me in school. So I'm just like, man, and now I gotta go do this thing again. Like, I know they don't want me. This is like audition number 5, 6 for this thing. So I got the music, I got the sides, I kind of looked at the sides, I looked at the music, and I was just like, whatever, like, it's too high for me, I can't even sing it anyway. We go there, and then they're like, you're singing it in the wrong key, we actually took it down a key, so that it'd be like, easier for you and other people to sing it. So I'm like, oh my god, so they put it in a key that I could like knock it out of the park in.
Yeah.
They set it up for me to knock it out of the park, and I wasn't ready for it, because and that was the lesson learned, kids, is that if you're not going to do it and you don't want to, don't do it.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, holler at your people and be like, look, this isn't going to work for me,
it's
or
not
or come correct with it.
Yeah.
Or
not. What I did. There's no such thing as a small audition. So
Yeah.
even if it is a few lines, don't think that it's that easy, because if you come underprepared, it's going to show.
Yeah, exactly. That was. I feel like that's probably one of my worst auditions, and one that I'm definitely not proud of, just because I know that I didn't come correct with it, and I'm a bit of perfectionist in that way. I want to do that stuff. So for whatever reason, on that day where I was feeling that way, just like lame first world frustrations. Oh,
Yeah.
I have to go to school and I have to be on set for this thing. Why do I got to prepare for this?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? There's much bigger problems in the world. But
that one kind of humbled you to that
Absolutely.
whole process, right? So in a way, that's a
Absolutely.
great thing that it happened,
Yeah.
because then it's like it happened early enough that you can kind of.
recover from it.
This is turning into like a master class right now. Ben Watson.
Yeah, the same like you, man. It's being prepared and like stuff like that. If you're not prepared, just say, you know what, I don't want to do it.
Mhm.
It was the day of like the CFC barbecue, and then I saw whatever, I see her name, Lewis, Sarah K. And she said, "Are you coming in tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Coming in for what?" And she apparently called me in for an audition, but for some reason, because my managers are in Vancouver, some reason it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
So I got the sides the night before, and it was like 6 pages, and it was some sort of like a medical thing, so there's a lot of mumbo jumbo medical thing.
Mhm.
And I was like trying to wrap my head around that, and I'm like, holy snap, this is not gonna work. So like one of the first times I actually bring my sides to an audition in Canada, because America, they just do it all the time.
Mhm.
But I brought my sides in, and I was trying to figure it out, and I think we did like 6 or 7 takes. I'm like, Sarah, I'm sorry, but I can't. I can't do this. I had like a night to prepare all this stuff. I'm like, I can't.
Did you just
That killed me.
You just quit? Like you quit the audition? You
Tapped out? You tapped out? Yeah.
Hey, I got through it, and I'm like, I can't.
I don't know.
But it was better to you being seen by the TV show. People see you and then go like, "This is bad," and then that's their image of you. So
Yeah.
was that your reason, sort of? It still chokes you up today.
Yeah, it still kind of kills me right now. But
And Sarah never saw him again.
she did. She actually hasn't seen me since September.
She's not watching this because you're on it.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna watch this. Oh, Ben,
Ben,
can't do it.
bad actor. Bad actor. No, it still kills me right now because I like to be perfect. But it's it's never gonna be perfect. But we have like this whole thing in our head where everything has to be perfect, but it has to be at a point where I think it's ready to be presented.
Yeah, you want to have your best foot forward.
It's like the one really good piece of advice I got from someone on that kind of thing is it's like, did you set out to achieve the scene, set out to achieve what you want to do in the scene, and if you achieved it, then the audition can't be bad. Regardless, like forget about how your read went. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You set out with an intention or an objective depending on whatever technique you use to do your work, or if you even do that work, but you know what you want to achieve in the scene. And if you do that, then what else is there? You know what I mean? Like you sitting there, because I remember my read for Instant Star. I did that audition for Instant Star, and I went to my friend's house, and we drank, and I was like, I'm never gonna work again. Like I was like, that was one of the worst auditions I ever did.
Yeah.
And we sat there and talked it out over watching Kill Bill, and I was like, I'm not gonna get this stuff. Hello? A callback. Are you sure? You know what I mean? Like
Matthew Brown.
Yeah. Matthew, Matthew. Like
It's one T.
But totally, just it was one of those things where I thought it was the worst work I had ever done, and then ended up booking the part.
I find that happens a lot. Like
Yeah.
the ones that I feel really good about are never the ones I get. It's the ones that I'm like, no, I didn't. That wasn't good.
But I think as people, we judge ourselves the hardest, harshest, and so that's why it's like, whereas you can't have a clean perspective on yourself.
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're doing songs or like doing a performance, you're hearing yourself in a way that other people aren't seeing that.
Yeah.
So
So I guess if you're really in the moment, you're not critiquing yourself while you're doing it, right? So
Totally.
you kind of leave and you're like, what happened? What did I do again? Yeah.
you left it on the stage, and then you're.
Left it on the stage.
So, because Ben, you were mentioning like stage fright and all that, so kind of like thinking of another form of that. Have you guys ever been starstruck by someone like on set, or just like somewhere where you're like your heart stopped, you're like you couldn't talk anymore? Do you guys ever have an instant like that, where in life or on set or in an audition where you're like, that's Ben Watson, like.
That's right.
God, how you have to show up like what I had when he came in the room. Like that was supposed to be between us when I had my little freak out.
Yeah.
Watson.
No.
Music superstar.
For me, not on set. On
It's
set,
yourself.
I don't really do that because it's maybe it's a stupid thing to say, but for me, it's a mentality thing that I've had since I was younger. Like I gave myself when I was younger. I was like, I want to be on with these people.
Yeah.
So even though I will really there's a few people, I'll really respect their work if I get to work with them. I won't. At least I don't think I will freak out. You know what I mean? I want to be like, yo, this is crazy that I'm working with you, but this is crazy that I'm working with you. Not like, oh my God, autograph. But it just hasn't happened yet. There was one opportunity where it could have for me, and I did. Like I kept my cool, and it was great because I feel like
Can you say who it was?
It was Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, sweet.
And yeah, I was just like, it was really cool to be there working with her. And it was a trip because that's one of my mom's favorite actors. It's one of I really love her work, but and to be there with her is a blessing. But I've never freaked out about it because I feel like I want to be there with them. I'm like, okay, but this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
Kind of mentality.
Yeah. Was there like for you guys or for you like maybe offset, like maybe you're at TIFF or something or at a concert or something? Has there anyone been someone you're like, whoa, that's like have you guys had that at all? Or
yeah, you get those moments like when you're face to face with I don't know, when he was playing here, like Chris Bosch. I was coming out of an elevator, I'm like, oh hey, Chris Bosch, damn, what's up? But so that's the most moments like that. Chris Bosch. Who else? I'll have to think on it. You guys go ahead.
I was
talking.
never. I don't get starstruck very easily. I think if I met Stevie Wonder, I'd lose my mind. That's about it. But I was at a club in New York for my birthday. We had a booth, and I had a whole bunch of friends, and one of the people that worked there, the manager or something, came and told me we had to switch booths because like one of their special clients was here, and I'm like, man, I'm crazy. I've been drinking.
I got a VIP
What are you
section.
talking about, man?
You know
Like,
I am.
you know how much money we spent here already? And then anyway, I'm like, who is it anyway? And I look, and it's Prince. Like with all these
Wow.
guys. And that moment, I was like, what?
Come here,
So
Prince.
good.
Come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you a seat, man.
Can't we,
The
can we
whole
split this booth?
Yeah.
though?
Yeah.
Like dusting off the seat.
Yeah.
And then of course, because I've had lots of drinks, so I kept like wanting to make like Dave Chappelle references and challenge him to basketball and stuff like that. But yeah, that was a little bit of a starstruck moment, but nothing crazy. Like I can't imagine anyone that I would like fangirl over.
Yeah, like your heart. Like I can't talk.
Like,
right now.
yeah.
How's that? Oh, I'll get to that question next. Ben, what do you got, man? Because one time Ben and I actually were going to see a movie one time, and it was during when LA Complex. It was probably like I can't remember what it was, but we were going to see a movie at Scotiabank, and it was around LA Complex, and we were going to grab our tickets, and I give mine, and then it was like you were very popular on the show, and the guy takes your ticket, and he's like. He was all like nervous and all that, and he just rips it. He's like, are you like, and he was trying to say the show title, and you're like LA Complex. He's like, yeah. He's like, you're great on it. It's just like that was cool to see. It's just like it's cool to see if it's a friend of yours. But yeah, like, have you got anything like that? You made someone starstruck, and I'm sure you guys both have, or you know.
Yeah, I
just
mean,
like,
I've gotten that whole thing. That's kind of cool, but I mean, well, I think I texted you. It was like when I was in LA, and I saw Ellen like driving next to me, and she was like waving me over to come over. I'm like, that was kind of cool with her wife. Nice car, by the way, Porsche. But I would probably
like she was letting you in.
Yeah, well, yeah, like she was like in the wrong lane, and I was driving, and then she like beeps me, and I'm like, who's this in this fucking Porsche? It's fucking Ellen DeGeneres. I'm like, hi.
you're not mad
She's like,
anymore.
can I come over?
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, okay, come on over. That was pretty.
You're like, no.
like, well, you know, whoops, bad word. But honestly, I'm not a fan of her, but she's absolutely stunning in person. Stunning. It was a year and a half ago. It was Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Like, stunning. Because I was having lunch, and then there's like photographers like everywhere. I'm like, well, who the heck is this? And then she walks in with like another person. I'm like, wow, she's stunning in person. Absolutely stunning. But I don't know. I don't get starstruck. Like, you know me. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I care less.
You're like, oh yeah.
I'm like,
I feel like though at some point in your lives or our lives, like we'll have that one person you don't expect,
yeah.
and that's the one you're like, oh crap, that's like who insert name, you know?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, the people that we appreciate their work. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like for me, that's when I really get that way. You know, if I see someone and I'm like, man, like I know about your work and I appreciate what you've done, or your work has touched me in some way. And that's when I, you know, go in the opposite way. Because if anybody did see me on the street, I'm not a jerk. I'm not an ass. Shouldn't swear. I won't be, you know, I won't be a jerk and be like, oh, don't talk to me. Like I love it when people, you know, come up to me and tell me that. But I love it even more if they say, you know, I saw something you did, or I saw something you were in, and it affected me, or you know, like I just really love your work. Because that's, you know, that's a testament to what we do, that we can affect people, you know. So all of that is cool. And same if I see someone that like if I saw Will Smith, I trip a little bit. I trip inside, but I wouldn't trip outside. So I guess what I'm trying to say. Outside, I might try to be cool. Inside, like the 12-year-old jumping around,
like jump on it. I do.
Oh my God, West Philadelphia, born and raised, just like going crazy. You know what I mean?
He'd be looking at you like, really, man? That's where you're going with that? He's trying to be all incognito, and you're like, born and raised. I can't. What's the Monday? Sorry, man.
Yeah, parents just don't understand, kind of thing.
I just don't understand.
How, like for when you perform on stage or anything, do you ever have anyone get starstruck by you, kind of thing?
Yeah, like for sure, people. Yeah,
know?
like music videos are weird in that like sometimes people will think that they know me from like that we went to school together, and it'll take them
They're
a
like,
moment. Yeah, like I had a girl at a checkout counter doing one of those. She's like, I've done. And then when she put it together, she was like, "Why are you here?" And I'm like, "How else do I
Human being.
buy
Because I'm trying to eat.
Because I need food."
Yeah, I need groceries.
Yeah, but you know, there's cool like actually over the summer, big school. There was a big class of kids on the subway, and they recognized me. And you know, kids have no filter, so it went from like 0 to 100 in no time, and just like mobbing, and it's like rush hour, so everyone's trying to go to work, and all these adults are like, "Who's that?" And
He's in my way.
yeah, exactly. And then you know, because they're still figuring out their social skills, so they're not like asking for pictures with me; they're taking pictures at me, you know, and it gets really weird and intense. One of the girls was saying, "That's not him," you know, to the point where I almost want to like, Yes, I am. Like,
Don't make me defend myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they all finally got off, everyone was looking at me like they were annoyed that I did that. Like I said,
That's hilarious.
yeah. So I find kids are always the most interesting for that kind of stuff. But I've
Yeah.
definitely had people that just come up and say, I really like what you do, or your song really spoke to me, and I think that's always like the nice little payoff that you get. We never do it for those reasons, but it feels nice when it happens.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you guys, we're talking about actors and all that. Who's the person you want? If someone wrote a biography movie on you, who do you want to play you?
Oh.
Can be anybody. For me, I would say either Kurt Russell, because like I was told it was Kurt Russell, or actually I think Kevin Hart, because I think he's funny and he's a little guy like me. So I think those are the two people I'd say, because he's very popular right now. So those are the two I'd say.
I'd say Kevin Hart for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Go Lindsay Lewis, Kevin Hart movie. But yeah, so it can be anybody. Because obviously Kurt
I'm
Russell
so
and Kevin Hart.
confused on how either of those work at all. Like Kurt Russell's like it's a Benjamin Button movie.
No, but like but that's what I'm saying. Like it's that's the game we're playing right now. It's like who do you got?
Oh man.
It could be it could be Jaden Smith if you want to go super young.
Absolutely not.
His acting's not great.
Hell
No
no.
offense.
Absolutely not. And if you ever want some good comedy, just read his Twitter because everything he says is absolutely insane. But that's for another. That's right. Everybody at home, just check out his Twitter.
They're starting to go like Ish hates everybody. He's like Kanye's video.
I know. I would like Will Smith to play me again, Benjamin Button style. Man, I don't know. It's good. I would like Will Ferrell to play me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he would just make me awesome for sure.
Oh man. You go ahead.
Whoa, this is kind of hard. For some reason, I don't even know why. Ben Stiller is popping in my head.
Ben Stiller, nice,
Yeah.
nice, yeah. So you want to be more a comedy, you think, or
I
like
say a little bit more comedy.
Do you think
My
your life's
my life's a little comical.
Yeah.
My life is pretty comical. Yeah.
You know what? Don Cheadle popped into my head because I love
Nice.
Don Cheadle.
He's a great actor.
You know what I mean? And he's a fantastic,
fantastic.
actor.
Hotel
And then-
Rwanda is one of like that's his best performance, but like just I wish he won an Oscar for that, man. Like,
Yeah.
Who beat who him there?
for Ray Charles, Jamie Foxx.
Right.
Which was great, but just like Don Cheadle made a guy, like I mean, like within reason, but
Yeah, yeah.
like, but yeah, no, he's a great actor.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
And then for like a funny comedy choice, I don't know why he popped in my head.
I like
but
how we've made up
DL
this. Yeah.
DL
Hewley?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a joker. You know what I mean? He's just
Wild.
Oh man, I saw that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode that he's in. You remember that? Where he plays a stand-up comic real quick.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
Will Smith tries to do what
He
he
tries
does,
out
and he
on you.
gets like completely panned, and then DL comes on and saves him. It's like we will enjoy him on the stage, just not here, never here again.
Yeah.
when he comes out and tries to save
I
him.
haven't
DL's
really,
awesome.
I haven't really seen him in anything lately, so he might do
Maybe,
it.
maybe he's available. I gotta get on the horn and
Yeah,
get
just
that.
get your people to call his people.
You know.
see what's up.
So I just want to take a quick second and say to Dan, like thanks for helping us out tonight. He's actually been switching, and I hope you guys have actually been nice to him tonight because he's actually going to pick one of you to win a T-shirt tonight.
Oh man.
So
T-shirt.
I'll show you the T-shirt in a second, but what's going to happen is you're each going to have 30 seconds to look into your camera. So Ish and Ben and Matthew are going to go there,
All right.
and you're each going to have 30 seconds in the scenario I give you to do the best performance, and Dan's going to pick it.
What?
Oh man.
And
What do you mean?
Being
and so-
put on the spot.
And so the
That
winner,
is-
it's a little folded just because, but the winner gets this shirt today.
Oh,
Yes.
is that some Lucky Charms?
Yeah.
Tricks.
So Dan, there's a lot of pressure on you, more pressure on these guys.
Kids.
Oh man.
So,
What
so
is it?
Dan, who should go first? And I will say what the scenario is for all three of them. Dan is gonna pick.
I think we'll go with Matt first. We'll start there.
yes.
What do you?
I know, right?
How do you feel that he's picked you first?
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. No
So-
pressure, I guess.
So the unfair advantage for them is they get to go early, but you get to set the bar. Look at it that way. I think.
All right. Yeah.
I think you should
yeah.
look at it that way.
True say.
So you're in court. You're defending yourself. You're innocent. You have 30 seconds to this camera right there.
Okay.
I need you to give the performance of your lifetime to earn this shirt.
Acting performance of my lifetime to prove that I'm innocent. Oh man. I
Improv.
gotta get all serious and stuff now. That's like.
Don Cheadle right now. Don Cheadle will come in and
Don
Jesus.
Cheadle playing you
Yeah.
because you're now on trial
This-
for
Or D.L. Hewley.
the murder of D.L. Hewley.
Yes. That can you pick whatever the murder is, but you're innocent though. Whether it's true or not, you believe you're innocent or you are innocent. That's your call. The same with all you guys. We might play with their scenario a bit to give you a little advantage, but we're gonna look right in there. Matthew Brent
Oh man.
is gonna perform for you guys.
The hardest part is gonna be trying not to crack up.
For sure.
That's gonna be the hardest part.
This is your 30 seconds of this is your Oscar reel. This
man.
2014. This
So,
might
yeah,
get on
so this sets up the whole year. Oh, that's no pressure at all. This right here sets up the whole year. You screw this up, and Denny's.
which is a fine establishment. It's a fine establishment.
I can get a free Grand Slam every day.
Breakfast is all about that there.
Oh man.
So Matthew, I hate doing this to you.
Wait, you're on the spot now.
Are you ready to perform for a T-shirt that only can go to one person that Dan is gonna pick?
You can connect with Dan if you need to. If you need to make some
Because
eye
Dan's sort of near the
Yeah,
camera.
I could be an eye line.
contact. Yeah, you're an island for sure.
Oh man.
I also take
That's
bribes.
So I'm gonna give, because Matthew's first, I'll give Matthew a second. And so, how are you guys feeling about this? You guys are gonna come up in a second.
Yep.
Who feels strong about winning this T-shirt while Matthew prepares?
I feel like that trick shirt is mine.
That trick shirt is yours,
Yeah.
Ben. This is some smack talks going on right now for a shirt that can only go to one person.
Yeah.
It could be like the Oscars. We can all trade it. I'll take it Mondays and Tuesdays. You all get Wednesdays and Thursdays. We all win!
We all win.
We could just
Oh, boy.
shred it up and all take a piece home.
So, and this is just to prove that none of these guys knew this was going to happen. So this is the pressure, the weight of the world's on Matthew's shoulders right now, and how relieved will you be in 30 seconds from now? But
Oh,
these
super.
guys, well, then it's on them. So set the bar, Matthew. Hit that table. Say, beat that. Beat that. Are you good? You hit the bell and you tell us when we're good to go.
Yeah.
This is your
All right.
time. He's got the spotlight.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Brown in what's the title of the movie? Dan, give us the title of this
Yeah,
movie.
give us the title.
It's a court movie. I need a title really quickly, sir.
The Innocents.
The Innocents. Matthew Brown in The Innocents. Here's his Oscar-nominated clip.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I did no wrong. What more can I say other than I did no wrong? The evidence against me is circumstantial. Shouldn't even be here right now. And yet I am. Because somebody wrongfully accused me of a crime. Trying to put an innocent black man away when we all know that Rob Ford murdered those two girls. So please, I beg of you to look into your heart and see that it wasn't me.
You're like, Rob Ford killed him.
He's
You
topical.
know, shoot. I mean, he's done a lot.
Oh,
He
my
could have been
God.
winning one of his drunken stupors. I don't know. He's got a few of those, right?
As soon as you said Rob Ford, I believed you. I was like, oh,
Yeah, exactly. He's got, Rob Ford did it, right?
He covered it up.
he's got a point.
Guys, no. Let me just tell you. Here's the thing. I was drunk, so I.
Yeah.
Look,
That was
we won't even get into that topic because I got some feelings on that whole thing. It could get real political up in here.
I don't even want to touch that. Maybe just give me an hour of us being angry.
You know?
That's all. That was Matthew Brown in The Innocents.
Oh
Or
my
was it-
God. Brown and the
Dan,
Innocents.
please give us our next contestant on T-shirt monologue.
Continuing the table and in order of arrival, I guess we'll go with Ish.
Oh, so he's last? He gets to go last? That's
Yeah.
So
He should have to go first.
He's
He's got all that prep.
You're
He's
awarding the
getting that
late
character
comer.
work
Run on
going right
black
now.
tie.
Yeah.
Maybe Dan's late all the time.
Penalizing
He's like,
punctuality. Penalizes punctuality.
Or he thought he had more time to prepare, even though you all found out, as
Just
Matthew
now.
did. Matthew, how do you
Yeah.
feel you did as Ish
Oh.
gets a few seconds to get in
What
the
are we
zone?
doing?
I don't
Aside
even know
from
what I'm
all
doing
the,
yet. Am I
aside
doing the
from
same
all
thing?
the, oh yeah,
You might.
aside from all the long dramatic pauses where I was supposed to be, thinking for dramatic effect, I think I did all right.
Well, I think there's a viewer out there crying right now.
Hey, maybe there's some tears.
And you might be the owner of a new shirt.
because the performance was so bad, but tears nonetheless. It's not the point.
in 5 minutes you
Point
might have a new
is-
shirt though, Matthew.
It's true. It's true.
You get to walk away with it.
I have a new shirt
That's a lot of pressure for Ish, and
and some Joe Louis.
I gave him half. I couldn't afford the full thing.
No, it's all
We gave
good.
half.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Ben's not going to eat it
Because he's on an LA diet right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
So he
yeah.
doesn't need any food.
we're calling Ben left out and
Water
right.
and lemon juice.
We're actually gonna.
His movie should be called The Purge.
Yes. Incredible.
Purge to like the bound to like. So for our next scenario, Ish. There's an ambulance. There's a life on the line. Can you save the life of a person who's dying in an ambulance? You have 30 seconds to win a T-shirt. Dan, what's the title of this movie? See, how do you feel, Matthew, now that it's like it's over?
I'm saving their life. Am I the paramedic or the 911 dispatcher?
You're the person trying to save a life. Take it however you want.
Ooh.
Okay.
But Daniel,
Anybody.
Dan, how do we?
Yeah.
What is this production called, Dan?
A shock to the heart.
A shock to the
Nice.
Shock
heart?
to the heart.
Nice.
I like these titles you
That was a really dramatic film, right?
It's a Hallmark film.
It's a Hallmark film, Dan
Yes.
says. I actually heard Ish Morris was really good in that movie. Can we watch a clip of that film?
Let's all.
So we have a clip of Ish Morris in A Shock to the Heart. Ish, let's look to the camera there. Let's check out this scene.
Hold on.
Matthew and I are eating some popcorn.
Let me think about this for 2 seconds.
There's a T-shirt online, folks. I don't.
a T-shirt.
Do I need one of these, or is this my? Am I a dispatcher?
Just don't yell into it because it'll peak loud. Yeah, but you're allowed to talk to me.
These aren't just for show. These are
No,
actually...
these are. They're
They're hooked up.
we
Hey,
put the
what's
money
up,
into those,
everybody?
not to these half Joe Louis. So
So I'm trying to save somebody who's dying, possibly.
Shock to the Heart. I haven't read the script. I haven't seen the movie. So it's up to you.
Good call. Okay, let's try this. Okay, look, I just need you to stay calm with me, all right? Stay calm, okay? Yes. Do you see a blue wire? Okay, don't cut the blue wire. Okay. Do you see a red wire? Yeah?
No,
Do you,
I don't see the
do-
red wire.
okay, you don't see a red wire at all. Is there an orange wire?
I can't. I'm colorblind.
Oh man. Okay. I believe when you're colorblind, then it's the blue. The
I'm
blue
dying,
looks like.
I'm dying. Save me.
Listen, little old man. I know.
Don't insult me. I don't want to die insulted.
Okay, listen. I can walk you through this. Just cut the orange wire.
Ah, I can't breathe.
Okay, that's okay.
Lord, help me.
You're still with me. That's a good sign. That's such a good sign. Okay.
What is your
I
name?
have no idea what I'm doing, guys.
What is your name?
My name, Ben Watson.
I'm
Yes,
gonna name my
just-
son Ben Watson.
Please tell the police it was Ben Watson helping you out with this. Okay.
Tell my family I love them.
Okay, I'm with you guys. I'm with you, little man. Don't give up yet. Don't give up. Just hold the
I see the light.
hold the Tricks
I see
T-shirt
the
to your
light.
heart. Stop the bleeding. You gotta stop the bleeding with the Tricks T-shirt. Oh man, he hung up on me.
I love it was a little black woman / black man. It's like, oh my God, oh Lord, don't insult me. I don't want to die that way.
That was a clip of Ish Morris in A Shock to the Heart. Was it?
A shot to the heart.
I heard it tanked at the box office.
Yeah, the plot was terrible.
Ish, how did you feel about your performance in that film?
I felt that I got a little upstaged by the old man on the
But it's not about every performance. It doesn't matter how big your part is. It's whatever you make of it.
That's true.
So don't let
That's true.
that person
I know,
unidentified.
you know. I'm so honored to even be nominated
For a T-shirt.
for a T-shirt because I was only on set for 1 day and it was a big moment.
Big day though.
It was a big day, yeah, and I feel pretty good about it.
You know who might not do a good job of that scene?
Who's that?
Ben Watson. Because
Yeah.
Ben Watson is up next, folks, in T-shirt monologue.
T-shirt monologue.
Ben Watson, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm not bad at all.
So
Good.
for this performance, I heard you didn't wear glasses,
Mm.
so we got to remove the glasses
Uh,
because
I
Ben
can't see.
Watson, your
Oh,
character. He's like, how bad your eyesight? You're like,
I thought those were just for looks.
No. Those are prescriptions.
that's for life to live a bit.
To live.
That's
Yeah.
to see.
So Ben Watson, you've just found out you're the father of a child at your doorstep. They've come
again? Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, you've played this part before?
I
Yeah,
played this
it's
part in
called
real
life.
life.
So Ben Watson,
Joking.
you open the door, and there's this beautiful 30-second scene I remember from this film, and it was between you and this kid, and he's telling you that he's your son. Dan, what was the title of that film? I can't remember what it was called.
I think it was called A Cut in the Condom.
That was the European title. What was the American title? Well, it was a little classier, the American title. Yeah. What was the American title, North American, for our Canadian viewers?
It was simply called Whoops.
Whoops.
No. I don't know.
So Whoops, I remember Ben Watson was in that movie, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I heard about this
He
one.
had did you see Whoops?
Yeah, it was.
Do you remember that scene?
It
Do
was
you remember
a
the
pretty
scene where
great
he-
coming of age.
There was a lot of gratuitous nudity in that one. I heard.
There was.
Yeah.
I heard Ben he's like, no, I'm being nude here. It's like it's a kid scene. You can't be nude.
Yeah.
Did you guys remember that scene where he opens the door and that scene was so good. Do you guys want to watch that scene?
I would love to see
That
that.
scene
I'd
where
love to see
Ben
it.
Watson he opens the door. Whoops. Yeah, let's check out a clip of Whoops. Ben Watson and Whoops, folks. Rolling.
Hey, you're
Your son.
my son.
Your son. Can't you tell?
I don't understand why.
Why are you talking so low?
How do you?
Sensitive voice.
How are you my son?
My mom's gone. All I have left is you. All I have left is you.
Okay.
What is your name, Dad?
How about we start with your name? What's your name?
Iris?
Hey, Iris.
Dad?
Yeah.
Am I ever gonna grow up to be a big boy?
Of course you're gonna be a big boy. You can be a big boy all you want.
What is your job, Dad? What do you do in life?
Well, I'm an architect.
Why didn't you love Mom? Why?
Your mom was a bit of a whore.
Don't you call her that? So that was...
Yo, straight up, I can't believe he got jacked for that Oscar too, man.
He won a
That
Razzie
pissed
for
me
that.
off.
He won a Razzie for
That
that.
pissed me off, man. He should have had that.
So Ben
Your
Watson
mom
had
liked to get down.
Michael B. Jordan gets everything, yo. He should have got that award.
He got a Razzie for that performance. Ben, how did you enjoy your performance in the movie Whoops?
Well, apparently it was a comedy, and I played it like a drama. So
A drama?
You know,
I might go back again.
while I was watching as well, I realized I forgot I clearly was an extra in that movie.
And that's why I love this channel. I love this thing because
Yeah.
as Matthew's doing it, I'm laughing, but if he goes to another shot, it's all of us laughing, but Matthew's trying to be serious. If you try to do it, Ben's laughing, and then for me, it's the easiest thing because I'm like, I can just make funny voices and laugh. But for you guys, you're like, especially if one of you actually wants the shirt badly, and it's like, this sucks, I want that shirt. None of you may not want the shirt, but so there's a lot of pressure right now. Who wants the shirt? No, before we go to Dan, do you want the shirt?
Yeah, I want the shirt.
Ben, do you want the shirt?
Yeah, why not?
Matthew, do you want the shirt?
Hell yeah. I want
Let's
to
find out who wins the shirt. Dan, how did your ranking system go? I can't remember the titles, but we had
The Innocents.
The Innocents with Matthew Brown, nominee right here. Then we had Ish Morris in
A Shock to the Heart.
A Shock to the Heart,
Mhm.
and then finally Ben Watson with the underdog performance of the Whoops.
Whoops. Or A Cut in the Condom in the European version.
The European release. So Dan, you've watched all the performances, right?
Yeah, I fell asleep a little bit there, but
That's
I
rough.
got most of it.
You got most of it. Did you get enough to make a pick
I
for the
think
winner
so.
of the first ever T-shirt monologue?
This is historic.
I think
This
this
is-
first
this-
shirt has to go to.
Keep it in mind before you do it. Keep in mind this is the first ever.
the first
They
ever.
will hold the history title of this.
History, man.
This is
This
history.
goes down in the books.
And
Part
keep in
star
mind, Dan.
in the
Keep in
NFL.
mind, this is like the NFL somehow. Keep in mind, I can win this title too.
For all of the sub roles, for versatility, I guess.
Laughing guy number one.
Just let me know which movie I did, and I will take it.
Man number two.
That's called home court advantage. So Dan Payton, Switcher, thank you for coming out tonight. Who wins? Who wins this T-shirt?
I'm just gonna open the envelope here. The winner is
Oh,
Ish Morse for A Shock to the Heart.
Oh man! Thank you so much, everybody.
This is
Thank you
Ish
so
Morris's
much, guys.
first nomination and first win. He wins the trick shirt for a movie called Shot to the Heart.
Thank you. I just want to thank the Academy, Dan.
Dan is our one-man academy of Dan. Will you ever wear this T-shirt, Ish?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll put it on right now just to.
That's really awesome. Oh man,
Sweet.
that's really hard. Like for you, it's just like you're the first ever.
God.
He's the first ever winner. Ben was the guy there, but you were the first ever performer. Ben was just in the middle there somewhere, but you actually started. How do you
Trying
feel?
to hold
How did you
it
feel
together.
setting the bar and not winning that award, Matthew?
This is
Oh,
for kids.
no.
I feel
It's-
bad
it's
rubbing
okay.
this in right now.
It's a trendsetter, you know. You have to
should.
set the bar.
Because I really want that shirt. I'm a jack.
I can win another day.
So we got one or two questions before we close up shop tonight.
How does it feel to be the first losers of the?
Wow.
Oh wow.
I gotta
Wow.
say something. I wasn't actually nominated, so I didn't lose. So
sure.
yeah, so that's how it goes down. So I've officially never won or lost this competition.
That's fair.
Ish Morris has won history.
I just want to thank everybody for having me.
Everyone who believed in you.
Everybody that believed in me, and most, the God Almighty #1. And a big shouts to Kanye West and Jaden Smith as well.
Yo, I just want to say one thing. I just want to say one thing. Matthew's movie was the best performance of all time.
I'll let you finish, yeah.
I'm gonna let you finish.
The Innocents. The Innocents is the greatest movie of all time.
The Innocents.
I want to be emancipated from my parents.
You could be a dad, man. You could have been a dad. But that performance was not fatherly enough to win you a T-shirt.
You didn't even pick him up the whole time. You just left him on the ground.
The kid was bigger than you. I'm sorry, I'm short
Hi,
too.
son.
I'm short too.
Yes, son.
What was your guys on set or on audition? What was your favorite day in this business of acting? Let's go with acting. What's your favorite day? That's a heavy question.
Whoa.
One of the last questions we're gonna have tonight. What's your favorite day on set, in an audition, or just in this movie, TV business?
That's tough.
We'll give Ish a second because he's so emotional about winning a T-shirt
I'm
that
still worked
we'll
up.
give him a second.
Yeah.
Ben Watson, since you went last, we're gonna go with you first on this. What's your favorite day in this business, or a great moment that you really it stays with your heart? That's right. We're going deep right now.
Wow.
These are for some Twitter followers because they're gonna be like, he's so emotional. He's so emotional right now.
Holy snap! This is hard.
Yeah, that's right. We had a little
Tough question.
fun. Now we're
It's
getting to
really,
the
really tough question. Matthew.
meeting Matthew is your favorite moment.
Right now.
This
Right
this
this moment.
I'll say it right off the bat because I know it's in my head as soon as you ask the question. The beautiful thing about that question and the beautiful thing about everybody in this room is we've had so many great moments, I'm sure, that we have so many to pick from. And that's what makes it so hard, is picking which
Yeah.
one.
It doesn't have to
is
be
the best.
the best, but just a great moment. A great
A
moment.
memorable one.
It just stays with you, like you can if you're kind of like
It really is a matter of how deep do I want to get with it.
you
know?
can be
Like,
funny, you can be deep, you can be Ben Watson, and I don't know what that performance in Whoops could have been his favorite performance too.
Could have been.
I hope it's not. I
Man,
really
you
do.
know, I'll go with the first one that came into my head, which was I did a television show called Instant Star, and I had booked an arc on it. It was 3 episodes, and after my first episode, they decided it was going to be bigger, and it ended at 5. But the first day of shooting that was my birthday, so showing up on set, doing what I've always dreamed that I wanted to be doing on my birthday, you know what I mean? That in itself was an incredible moment, and just for maybe for better or for worse, being a little wide-eyed, you know what I mean? Showing up and being like, yo, like look at this, man, this is crazy, and then I found out later in the day that it was my birthday, and I didn't tell anybody. Like, we would have done something. I'm like, you would have done something. You did enough, man.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh man, that was an incredible moment.
And so if you ever get jaded, that's one of those memories that will humble you and
Oh,
bring
absolutely,
it back, right?
absolutely, man. I mean, the celebrating the highs, right? As actors, as people, artists, sometimes we don't do enough of that, because especially as actors, I don't want to say we get kicked down, but we do face a lot of rejection, and we do go through a lot, and there's a lot that people don't see, like outside. They see the celebrity, so they think that that's that. You know what I mean? But there's the low moments too, and you sometimes don't focus enough on the wins that you have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you're at your lowest, that's the stuff that you got to remember, why you keep going, and not just stuff like that. It could be something that big, or it could be a really great audition, or something
Yeah.
that somebody told you. But that was the first one that popped into my head. Because I always remember that.
That's a
It's
cool
like-
one, man. Your birthday.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, we didn't get you anything. I'm like, you got me a job. I'm here.
Yeah.
And I'm getting to do, I'm getting to do what I love to do.
You're not
It's
gonna forget that
incredible.
birthday, you know.
Oh, never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Ish, Ben.
Uh,
One of your favorite or like great
But,
moments?
I've had a lot of cool, moments. One of my favorite. This is going back. Actually, we did this together, doing Soul in Halifax. I found it just fun because we were all like new, and it was like it's all people that I'm still friends with now. Like it was just an exciting little stretch of time, which was fun. And we weren't home. We were in Halifax, running rampant in the streets. I enjoyed that a lot. Another good one. I had a running theme for a while where I really wanted to get to shoot guns in something and die in something. And everything I would get, if I got to have a gun, I wouldn't get to shoot it. Or if I died, they wouldn't show me dying. They would, hint that I died. So I never had that. And on Nikita was the first time I actually got to shoot a machine gun and blow up a store and then die. And
You got both.
yeah, I got both in
Double
one thing,
whammy.
and that was a lot of fun. It was for sure like having a little moment of being a 10-year-old again, where you get to play guns and
Yeah.
it was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite.
Watson.
Yeah, after you said that, now it popped in my head. Probably going back to LA Complex, and one day flew us down to Los Angeles, and it's like a lot. I know a lot of my friends, everyone kind of moves down to LA, and it's like, oh, it's pilot season, but you don't really get the opportunity to shoot there. So actually, getting the opportunity to shoot there, and there's one specific time. It is we were in Venice Beach, and my trailer was in the parking lot of Venice Beach, and then I opened my window, and there's the beach, and it was amazingly fantastic, and the sun is shining, and then probably an hour after we finished shooting, all of a sudden you just see all this fog like come in and just kind of wrap itself around the entire Venice, and everyone's like, yeah, that happens all the time. I'm like, that is creepy, but that is really dope. So that is such a special moment in my life. That was so amazing. It's
Is that
just
the scene where you
picturesque.
guys are sitting on the picnic bench or something,
Yeah,
and then
exactly,
he
that's it.
attacks the.
I was like, oh, snap.
Those are some cool stuff, and I'm sure like there'll be more like to come like forward. Hopefully,
Let's hope.
What's your guys' favorite sound? I want to end on sort of more fun, or it could be deep answer. Like my favorite sound is laughter. Like, what would your guys' favorite sound be? Like, people are getting to know some acting styles, but also what you guys are like people,
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite, it's laughter as well, but it's baby laughter. I find it the funniest thing in the world when like my little cousin right now, when you make weird sounds, he laughs, but it's like that belly laugh, or it's literally the funniest thing he's ever heard, and that will make me cry with laughter. I find it so funny.
Mine is going to be in LA. My roommate had like this dog. I forgot what the dog's name, but not his name. But it was like this tiny dog, Grover. And whenever his mom, like Alice, whenever she wasn't home, he would have this kind of like whimpering noise. Yeah, it was like it was the cutest thing I've ever heard. It was so adorable. And I would pick him up in my arms, and he would just still do the noise, and he'd just lay his head like right here, and I'm like, oh, dude, don't worry. That's got to be it. Like a dog whimpering, and like because it's sad because his owner's not here. Phenomenal.
Yeah. Matthew?
Man, that is for me. That is a deep one, but I don't think I can beat laughter. Like laughter over anything. You know what I mean? If I find myself sometimes at home being like, man, I should watch like some drama or something serious. And yet I go back to the sitcoms. Like I'm on like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Seinfeld and Community and like
Those
like laughter
two
is the
are
best,
great,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really set the bar with that answer. Wow.
Yeah, seriously.
You're like, yes. Do I get a T-shirt, Dan? Did you
If
get?
you have another T-shirt to give away, you can have it.
Sure.
I don't have one. Do you guys have any questions for me tonight?
You reference a lot of 80s movies on Facebook and stuff, so
Thank you.
I would just like to know, what's your favorite all-time 80s movie?
It's 89. I think it was 89 Clue, the movie. Even though it's not an 80s movie, like that because that's one of my favorite movies. But that or probably Die Hard or Beverly Hills Cop 1.
Nice.
Those are
Yes,
three. Those are
Beverly
three
Hills
I'd go
Cop
with.
1.
No. But yeah. So Ben, where can people reach you if they want to follow you like online?
Facebook, Benjamin Charles Watson, or Instagram, Ben Watson Jr., or Twitter, Ben Watson Jr. Pretty easy.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Do you follow these two guys?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Matthew?
You can find me on Facebook, Matthew G. Brown, and you can also find me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is a little complicated, but Mr. M_G_B, because Mr. MGB was taken. And also, I'll do one more shameless self-plug. I'm in a show right now at the Next Stage Festival. Well, not right now, but it'll be out in January, called Killer Business. And it is a new musical, all Canadian cast and crew and writing crew. And it's a murder mystery musical, and it's funny. I play a part in the character of Jason, and we run from, I believe, the 8th of January until about the 18th. So come check us out. Next Stage Festival, killerbusiness.com.
Ben, was there any projects you want to plug quickly before we...
Everything's coming up next year. I can't talk about it till next
So we got some good
Sweet.
stuff,
Yeah.
but we can't talk about it.
Can't talk about it.
Are you lying to me?
When the cameras stop running, we're
Yeah.
gonna find out. That it's not, you know.
Yeah, well, the room will get rushed, and all of these will be destroyed if he says.
We're finding out this answer. We'll find out, just not on tape. Ish, where can we find you in the social media networks?
Social media, I'm all over it. My website is thenameish.com. My Twitter is @thenameish. My Facebook, the name is Ish. My Instagram, the name is Ish. YouTube, Ish Music. That's it.
Wicked.
It's a lot of, yeah. I like to YouTube, the name is Ish, not there.
It's because that's a long story, but everything else is the name is Ish. So really, just go to my website and then you can find everything else like that.
That's some, but yeah, no, this is the first episode we're doing of this kind of roundtable thing. You guys are all talented actors and musicians and everything. I just want to thank you guys for coming on the show and all that. But I hope this year 2014 is good for you guys, and I check them out on Twitter and check out their work IMDb and check out their movies if you can. But yeah, thanks guys so much for coming down tonight and all that.
Thanks
Ish,
for
we
having us.
promised each other we're gonna make a song one day.
Yes.
I know what it's about.
Yes.
I just got the music and I honestly, one of my goals other than paying my student debt off this year is to make a song with you. You know what I
Amazing.
mean?
Let's do this.
So we'll do it. Ben and I were always writing stuff and all that. And Matthew, you got it. You're doing stage. You're great. But let's get you back on TV.
Getting back on TV.
Let's get you back on
film.
that screen there.
Yes, sir.
But,
That's the goal for this year.
But guys, thank you honestly for coming out tonight. Dan, thank you as well.
Thank you.
You can get this shirt. I think it's at Walmart if you want it. Coca-Cola, we're not sponsoring them, but they're there.
But if they want to throw some money our way,
Hey,
we're more than happy.
I'm mad at him.
In fact, I will love them for that.
Yeah.
This was fun.
This was
a
great
pretty
times,
fun
man.
time.
Thanks for having us.
So to everyone watching kind of thing, thank you for watching. And until next time, I'll see you when I see you. And Mom, thanks for watching.
Oh, thank God that's over.